The ICF Group, your local mortgage, buy-to-let and financial advice experts. Proud supporters of local sport on Estuary TV.
Done it before.
Hello and welcome to Hullensians Rugby Club here in Anlaby. It's a cold day. We've got a Yorkshire 1 game between the third placed Bridlington and fourth placed Hullensians Rugby Club. It's bitterly cold. Hopefully in 20 odd minutes when the game kicks off, fireworks will start. We'll start getting a bit warmed up. I'm sure the guys who are warming up across there are a lot warmer than what me and Castleton are at the moment. I'm stood here with former prop Ian Castleton, who played for Australia. Ian, how are you?
Afternoon, Terry.
How cold are you?
A little bit.
So tell me, today it's local derby, Hullensians versus Bridlington. Last time they played, Hullensians lost up at Bridlington. What are your thoughts today?
Well, the weather could play a part today. It's cold, it's a bit wet underneath, and the packs are going to find it heavy going in the weather and on the ground. But I'm looking forward to a great game. It's the first time we've ever had live rugby union in East Yorkshire. It's a first for both these sides, first for you and I think it could be a really good day.
Hopefully it'll get a bit warmer, the sun will come out, but do you think with the wind here and the rain, it's going to have an effect? Obviously there's going to be not straights in the line-outs, it's going to be scrum down, so there's going to be a lot more scrummaging. Do you think Hullensians or Bridlington will win that area?
Well, looking at the packs and weight, they're both evenly matched. And you'd think, well, this weather's going to play a part. It has to. However, the team that keeps its discipline today, I think, will be in box seat. And they could take the spoils.
I think you can hear them in the background. That's Bridlington warming up over there. Paul Cook, he's done quite a good job this year with Bridlington, hasn't he?
Well, it's his first head coaching role coming from Hullensians as a player. And he did a great job with them, taking them to third in the league and challenging for second position.
So in the olden days, the Neil Artons, the Carl Craggs, the really big, strong guys who used to knock people over, there seems to be a bit more etiquette about Bridlington, a bit more skill factor. What do you think to that?
Well, I think Paul himself, playing a number 10 when he played, he brings that sort of expansive rugby to Bridlington, and they've accepted it and went with it.
Yeah, I mean, Julian Barkworth as well, the head coach at Hullensians, the former rugby league, played against Martin Afire indeed. He's quite good. He knows the score with the back, so he's going to put something together as well, isn't he?
Well, I'd like to think the game could have a good, open, expansive style. You've got players like John Steele on the wing for Hullensians, who played for Scotland, and he himself played against the great Jonah Lumu. So he knows his way to the try line, and he's got a great pair of hands and good defence.
So we've got international players here. I mean, how does a Yorkshire 1 side like Hullensians pull out the hat? You know, John Steele played international rugby for Scotland. He's a double international indeed.
Yes, he played rugby league as well, Hull Kingston Rovers. They come towards the end of his career in real terms, but he's still fairly young in his own mind. He can still do something for this sort of side.
That's presupposing, though, the forwards who were coached by Adam Atkinson down at Hullensians, the forwards get him some quality ball. There's no point in stood on the wing here, being freezing cold, being an international. You could have any. You could have Jonah Luma on the wing if you wanted to, but it's not going to work if you don't get the ball.
Well, as we know, the ball's everything. Possession, the more you keep possession and use it wisely, especially in these conditions, you've got a good chance of taking the points.
Think there's going to be a lot of kicking?
I would say with the wind, whoever's got the wind in the first half would use it. It makes sense. Yes, I would.
So there's going to be a lot of kicking, a lot of scrums, but do you think there's going to be any fireworks?
Well, you never know. Local derby, knowing the coaches as we do, especially Adam from Hullensians, he'll get his team fired up, I'm sure.
All this talk about Hullensians not having the stronger pack, I know Adam really well. He's a very aggressive coach. He's not going to take that standing down, is he?
Not at all. I think in the change room before the game, they'll have them fired up and they'll come out looking to take the spoils today. They're on the home ground. They got beat at Bridlington by a fair margin, so they want to put that right. They want to turn that around.
And if it was a boxing match between the coaches, Adam Atkinson versus Paul Cook, there's only one winner there. But today, rugby it is. But who do you think's going to just tip the scales?
Well, before I saw the packs and the weights on the team sheet, I thought Bridlington may have had it, but I've changed my mind a little bit. I think Hullensians could turn this nail today.
We got some stats through which were wrong. The guys were putting down heavier weights, and when we actually jumped on the scales, they were a lot lighter than what they said. So it's actually given a false impression of the Bridlington pack. They're not as big as what we thought they were.
No, and I think today is more about passion and who really wants to win today. I think whoever gets on top in the front row, that could be the key area. And of course, keeping possession and discipline, as I said before.
It's created a lot of interest, this. Hullensians Rugby Club, they've done particularly well. They've got an RFU grant, they've got floodlighting over there, allowing the young kids to play. They've got a new clubhouse behind me. Everything's going quite well for Bridlington. It's looking a really good side.
Well, I think both teams have done a really good job in developing their squads through their junior section. I know Hullensians themselves have got a great junior team through the mini rugby, and they're putting a lot of effort into developing the game in East Yorkshire.
Yeah, it goes without saying, all these guys do this because they love the club, they love rugby. Equally at Bridlington and at Hullensians, and nobody gets any money. There's nobody that gets a paycheck out of this, and people do it because they love it. How important is that for local rugby?
Well, I think it's what the backbone of rugby union is throughout the county and throughout the country. 95% of players who play rugby union do not get paid. The 5% lucky enough to be good enough to get paid, well, they're the ones you see on television and at Twickenham and the internationals.
Good. Well, I'm stood here with Adam Atkinson, the forwards coach at Hullensians, really aggressive guy. Adam, what are your thoughts today?
Yeah, it's very, very looking forward to it. It's going to be a tough, hard game. End of the day, it's a derby. It's going to be one up front, I think. That's why I've picked a strong, experienced, largest pack I could put out today.
You talk about your pack, and it is aggressive. You had a prop sent off last week. He is a great prop. He's got man of the match a couple of weeks on the bounce. How much of a difference is it going to be without him there?
Ryan, yeah, it's really unfortunate he got sent off last week and he's unavailable and banned for today's game. He has been playing well, particularly coming off the bench for his size. He's got good hands for a big guy as well, so you're going to miss Ryan, sadly, today a hell of a lot.
So you're going to have to spell it, aren't you? You're going to have to make sure that people get a good rest. So you've not got Ryan Barron on the bench. Who else have you got there? Have you got plenty of people there to just take the strain? Because let me tell you now, it's cold, it's windy, there's going to be a lot of scrums, it's going to be hard, it's a local derby. Have you got enough in your armoury to win the game today?
Terry, 100% we have, most definitely. I've told the lads to go out there, give 110%, if not more. And the lads who are on the bench will get used. I will be looking to spell players in this game.
Looking to spell players, but talking about passion, talking about commitment, you've got Jason Conroy. Jason Conroy, your number 8, the captain, is here today. His wife is actually in labour. He's been given the nod by his wife. I mean, that is passionate, isn't it? That shows commitment.
Terry, absolutely. I mean, it's incredible. His wife said to him this morning, go play a game of rugby, come back, and that just shows the whole commitment and the passion throughout the club, the committee, everything down here. The 100% everyone's given here, and just to show what's going on today with it being on television.
Yeah, I mean, again, it is on television. We talked about that. How much does that affect you? How much does that affect the local players? And how much does that affect everybody in the bar?
Well, it's no hiding about it. It is going to affect, but I told the players to concentrate. At the end of the day, it's third against fourth. We can leapfrog them into third, and we can beat it. It's a derby game. Victory becomes before anything else. Obviously, in the bar, people will come down. It'll get interest, and more people will come down to the club on Saturdays when we have home games down here.
It's not the first time you've been on telly. Peter Levy tells me you've had an interview with him as well.
Yeah, I was unfortunately got stuck in Egypt a couple of months ago, and I got picked to speak to Peter Levy, and I missed the Bradford and Bingley home game here, which we won. So that just shows how strong we are down here.
Adam, best of luck today. I know that you put 110% into it, and I know how much it means to you to win today. Best of luck to your guys. So, Cassie, it's a good job we didn't leave him in Egypt then. He's back here coaching the side. He's a strong lad, he's Adam, isn't he?
He is. I bet you wish he was back in Egypt, the weather today.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, it is poor. I mean, we have to sit up there, hopefully well wrapped up. I mean, hopefully at half time we might have a nice cup of tea and a coffee. What do you think?
Well, yes, definitely, please.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're looking at Bridlington as well. They're warming up down there. We've just got the coach jogging over, Paul Cook. Like you say, there's only one coach at the moment with with Bridlington, sorry. So as far as we're concerned, it's going to be hard for Paul, isn't it?
It is, but he's been around the game a long, long time. You know, he knows where to play players, when to bring them on, when to take them off. So I think he's an astute coach, Paul. You know, he's a good thinker.
And here he is now, Paul Cook. You've just joined me here. Thank you very much. I know there's only one coach with Bridlington and you're the main man. Just come and stand down here for us, please, Paul. What are your thoughts on today?
Well, I'm pleased it stopped raining for the first. That's the most important thing. I'm looking forward to it. Good surface. It's not that muddy. So we'll try and move the ball around and hopefully we'll do well.
I was saying to Ian that, you know, you've introduced yourself as a coach. You've done particularly well. There seems to be a new dimension to the Bridlington side. You know, talked about the old Carl Craggs days and everything else. There seems to be a bit more finesse, and we think that you've probably added that. Is that right?
Well, I've tried to add a bit more pace to the game. Tried to just add some patterns and give the lads an understanding of what to do, where and when. And it's gone well so far. Yeah, we're pleased.
I mean, you know, you're a qualified coach. You're at Hymers College. You're at Hymers College teaching there. You know, you have a full day at Hymers. You have to drive all the way to Bridlington. You're on your own. It's raining. You know, what gets you out of bed? How come it's, you know, how come you're doing this?
I enjoy it. It's the most important thing. I enjoy it. And when I get there, the lads are very receptive. Whatever I put on, whatever we go through, they really embrace it. And the results have been good. So it's been grim, some drives up there in the rain. So, but I'm enjoying it. That's the key thing.
You are enjoying it. I mean, Hullensians, they've lost to the top of the table. But let's have a look. We'll come to you after the break. Thank you.
All right.
Sorry, I was trying to give you more instruction, but I can tell you. Is that a minute? Was it? Yeah.
The ICF Group, your local mortgage, buy-to-let and financial advice experts. Proud supporters of local sport on Estuary TV.
Today, looking at Hullensians though, you look across here now. Look at the clubhouse. It's really good actually. I mean, they've spent a bit of money. It's all been money which has been raised by the local people. You look across at the second team pitch. The floodlights are up there. You know, they've got some money from the RFU. You know, it gets kids off the street. It's fantastic, isn't it? You know, you get the kids off the street. They give them a purpose in life. You know, that's, you know, sport's good for us, isn't it?
Well, I think it's really relevant in today's day and age where you've got kids who quite easily grab their iPads and their iPhones. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think there's also a need to get kids out playing different sports. Rugby's just one of them. Great sport that it is. But yeah, the more we get kids from 6 up to 20 playing sport, rugby in particular, yeah, bring it on.
So, Cass, would you do any coaching yourself?
Well, I do. I coach a young under-11 side in Hull, and I know the commitment for all these coaches, especially for doing it for nothing, what they put in.
Yeah, there is a lot of commitment. I mean, I take my hat off to Paul Cook going all the way to Bridlington, jumping in after a full hard day's work at Hymers College, driving all the way there, and Adam, you know, working where he's working, and Julian Barkworth, you know, they all do a full shift before they actually get down here to then put another shift in. The commitment's fantastic, isn't it?
As with the players, and none of the players on show today are paid. In the past, 1 or 2 have been in their earlier careers, but they're doing it for the love of the game, and it's a great game.
It is a good game. I mean, you know, John Steele, for goodness sakes, he was playing international rugby. He could have probably still got a few quid at another club, but he's down at Hullensians because they're a nice bunch of people, aren't they?
Yeah, I call them a proper rugby club, and it's a good term to use. And Hullensians and Bridlington, they have that mantle. They've been going many, many years, and they deserve this day in the sun.
Yeah, Mark Stutley's been instrumental in pulling together the finance and working with a lot of the Bateses. But you know, the Bateses are integral to the running of the club down here at Hullensians. But equally, you got Neil Arton and everybody else down at Bridlington. So here they are. The guys are running out now. It's going to be, you know, fireworks in the next 5 minutes, I suspect.
Yeah, Bridlington out first. I'm sure will be followed quickly by Hullensians. Wait for the referee to come out, and we'll get the proceed started.
Exactly. Well, just to remind our viewers as well, you know, we've got Bradford and Bingley who are at the top of the league. We've got Moulton and Norton. Then we've got Bridlington who are on 56 points. Hullensians, one below on 53. They've both lost 5 games. Incidentally, though, Hullensians have actually beaten the league leaders, Bradford and Bingley. The only game Bradford and Bingley have lost. It's a bit of a fortress here down in Hullensians, isn't it, Ian?
It is, and I think today, being home side and having been beaten by Bridlington away a few weeks ago, I think they want to put the record straight today. I know they've lost their influential prop with that unfortunate sending off last week, but they've got Mario Ellison back in, and Mario's been playing rugby for a long time, and you and I both know him well, and he's a strong scrummager.
He is indeed. He's got the self-control. Of course, you know, with him being a martial arts expert, I'm sure that he won't let anybody get under his skin.
Well, as you know, you can't use martial arts in rugby, Terry.
I know
but
that,
yes,
I know that.
the discipline.
It's been known before, but I understand that, absolutely. But here we are, we've got the referee in the middle. We've got both sides now limbering up. They're all nice and warm. Kick off in another couple of minutes. It's going to be interesting, this, because I suspect, you know, both teams, both sides will be really fired up. I know that Adam Atkinson would have been stumping, you know, shouting Blue Murder at these guys. I'm sure that fireworks will happen. Here we are, we've got...
Well, here we go. Hullensians kick off. They're going into the wind, and it's a strong wind blowing.
Well taken.
Driven in strongly.
Good. I suspect they're going to kick it long here. He's going to kick it long. Yes, he has. It's not gone. So Guy Martinson collects the ball, takes it in, looking for options. Jason Conroy going on the dummy run. They need to clear this ruck out. He's over the top. It's a good ruck. It's a good start. He's going to take it in. It's Danny Maron. Well done. Excellent work there. It's a good ruck. Oh,
a turnover.
No. Oh.
And the penalty.
Penalty for offside. I think Bates was coming off round from the side there. First penalty then to Bridlington. Bates was coming from the side. He wasn't coming round from the hindmost foot.
They'd be annoyed, Hullensians, after that. They took a good drive in from the first phase.
It was well gathered there by Guy Martinson, experienced player, used to play at Hull, went to New Zealand for a year, came back, a hardy player, took the ball in well, they cleared out a couple of rucks. You know, that was silly play really. It's just, really, you need to control the ball, make sure you hold on to the ball for a few phases. So let's see how the line-out's going, this terrible wind. I suspect it's not going to be straight. We'll have a scrum on the 15. Let's have a look. Matty Faulkner throws it in. That's good. Just missed there. Well taken. JJ Burrell. He's played every single position apart from hooker. He's played prop, scrum half, 10. Unheard of that, isn't it, Ian?
It is. I'm just watching there, and a penalty back to Hullensians. Bridlington player coming off his feet, I think, there.
Let's clear the lines.
Difficult with that wind. He's made good touch there.
Very difficult. I said there's a lot of people watching this game, as you can see.
A lot of local interest in this one, Terry.
Indeed. I think if I was the hooker, if I had anything to do with this, you know, I'd be asking the hooker to be throwing it to the front of the line out. Get Vernon to throw it to the front of the line. He has done. They're probably driving it from here. Although Bridlington disrupted that pretty well there. They've got a bit of a drive on. Now it's stationary. Hullensians are going to have to do something with this in a minute. Oh, they're doing really well. That's a good drive. Really well organised. Coughlan's coming round, taking the ball. Yes, they're on the goal. There's two on one. There's a chance here. There's a chance. He should have probably given it, should have drawn the man and given it, popped it to his winger. They're still on. They're still retaining the ball.
And the penalty.
Yeah, over the top, Bridlington.
Off his feet.
Again, one penalty apiece. I think. What do you think? Do you go for the scrum in or to kick the corner? It's windy, isn't it?
It is very windy. There's a chance he might not retain possession. I'd go for the scrum, but
he's gone for the corner. He's gone for the corner. What do you know? Again, that was a good drive by Hullensians there. Took it at the front.
Well, they're confident. They've won 2 good line-outs there at the moment. So,
let's say Pete Osborne took that ball in there. He looks quite a powerful lad. His old fellow was a big, strong boy as well, wasn't he?
He is, and today they're gonna need these second rows. making sure they keep their possession.
Have to put a shift in. I say that's how windy. Just to gauge how windy it is. You know, the ball was hoofed out there. It nearly went over the fence. Hopefully, won't lose any balls and lose time. I think they'll throw to the front. Yes, no. Taking it to the middle.
Good catch.
Oh, well disrupted there by Bridlington. Having said that, Hullensians are there.
Second phase, going for the push. The ball's coming out.
I say they're on out wide here. If they can get it out wide, they can get it out wide.
Well,
It's a 2-on-1.
there.
Guy Martinson goes for the corner. It's a try. Yeah, Guy Martinson. That's a great try. Great ball retention there by Hullensians, taking it in the line out. Tried to destabilise them, Bridlington, but it didn't work. They kept hold of the ball, kept driving. That was really good playing. Good play.
It was, and the intent there from Hullensians, middle of the line catch, drive, ball out in space, and there's the overlap.
He cuts a good line, does Guy Martinson. He certainly had his eyes. I was playing with his head up. He could see the gaps, ran into the space. The defender went with the outside man. He ran straight.
We were saying before the game how we thought Bridlington might play the expansive rugby, but Hullensians made a statement there.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I can't believe how well the forwards are doing, actually. Catch and drive, ball retention. Early days yet, though. Early days. Make sure we keep the score up here. I got Ian Castleton keeping the score. My fingers are too cold to be writing with a pen.
Important kick this.
He's got a good percentage success rate, is Guy Martinson. That's a quick look at the posts. Just adjust for the wind. No.
No, that wind is very
He's
strong.
allowed too much for the wind there. It didn't pull in. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. So, we've got Hullensians 5, Brid 0. That is a turn up for the books. Say again though, Hullensians have beaten the league leaders down here. The only time to beat them.
5-0.
That's
Brilliant
a nice
to take
high
the
ball. Oh, that's a knock-on. That is a knock-on advantage. Hullensians. Are they gonna play it? No, they'll come back for the scrum. They'll come back for the scrum, will they? There's no advantage there, referee. There's no advantage there. Well, he's played advantage. I can't see where the advantage is, but we're playing Bridlington on the ball. They've got a 3-on-2 here. Well taken. There's a big, strong boy. Edmund there drives it in. Paddy Waynes takes it in there. Oh, lost the ball. You see, that's inconsistent, that with Bridlington. They had the ball. They see a knock-on by Hullensians. They weren't expecting the ball to bounce out there, but Bridlington have to hold on to the ball. He's a big lad, he's Paddy. Paddy Waynes, 6'2", 118 kilos. He takes a lot of stopping, doesn't he?
Well, today's the day you've got to cut those mistakes out in these key areas. And they were fortunate to have the advantage back their way, Bridlington, after that knock-on.
Is this Bridlington's first scrum as well?
Yeah, it is first scrum of the game.
I think the 8's going to pick it up. He's a great player, he's that 8, Jimmy Thompson. Oh no, there he goes. He's going to hit him. There we go. They're on here. Oh, that's a poor pass. If it had gone to hand, they had a 3-on-1, but managed to scramble the defence there, Hullensians.
Good drive.
That's a good line again. That's a good line. Well, there's nothing on this way, to be fair. I'll have to go back right. Yes, it does.
Good tackle. Good turnover there by
Turnover
Hullensians.
again. Oh, it's ball retention there is really poor by Bridlington. It's going to cost them. I suspect that Hullensians is going to win this. Give it to the 10. Yes, indeed, and just clear his line.
Oh, the lucky bounce there. It came off the Bridlington player, I think. No, it's Bridlington line out. That just goes to show, Terry, the little mistakes can really turn games, and even though it's early on in the match, you really got to make those little.
You just need to settle the nerves. That's what you need to do. You need to settle the nerves. Bridlington have coughed up 3 times now. You know that's criminal in a game of this sort of nature, a local derby. It's going to be hard for the hooker to throw in. He's only a young guy as well. He's only 18 years old. It's a great ball. It's great. Good tackle.
Broken the line well.
He's putting his shift in, his old Pete Osborne. Nice hit.
Good tackle by Hullensians.
It's good defence, Hullensians, isn't it? They're
Was
coming
very
up. Look at the line speed.
Was that Burrell who put that tackle in there? It was, wasn't it?
Sabrina got the ball. I suspect they're going to... no, penalty again, so...
Not rolling away.
It's a third penalty now to Bridlington. Danny Maron just lying over the top there. He needs to roll away. When you make your tackle, for viewers at home, when you make your tackle, you have to roll away, allow the ball to be played. That's a great kick right into the corner.
Yeah, using that wind well.
I say, you look at the Matty Faulkner, 18 years old, 90 kilos. He's a young hooker, isn't he?
He is, but so far his turn have been good.
He's going well. Let's see how he gets on after a few scrums. But it's his throw again. They tend to favour Mickey Edwin and Callum Sanderson in the back. In there he goes. He's up. He goes.
Oh.
Edmonds takes it. Oh, I tell you, Osborne goes again. He's doing well. He's Osborne, isn't he? Lays it back there. Ooh, a little jink. That's a poor kick, though. It's counter. Oh, actually, no, it's turned out to be good. It's turned out to be good, I must say. It was a poor kick, but it managed to get into touch for a line out to Bridlington. So a bit of a jinky run by Chris Harding, 31. He's a lawyer, very good. So they've got the big experience there, 9 and 10, Smith and Harding. Both 30 and 31 years old, respectively. That's a great line-out ball. Jason Conroy. Oh, it's a bit swinging
slightly
out
high there.
That was a bit high, wasn't it? That was a bit high.
Didn't pick it up.
Jamie Martin swinging his arm around there. Coughlin drives it up. Smith feeds the number 8. Back into JJ Burrell. That's good ball retention. They've got the winger in there as well. I'd get out of there if I were you. No, that's nothing. It's on. Well gathered there by He's taking it into his 22. He can't kick it out on the full. He has to. And he doesn't. He kicks it infield. That's okay. That's not bad. We've got Guy Roberts coming round there for the ball. Oh, and he chases and he takes a great tackle, Guy Martinson. Gathered the ball, kicked it long. He knew he couldn't kick it out on the full there, Ian. He knew. Oh, over the top. Hullensians again.
He was handling on the floor there, Terry. He'd done the hard work, and Hullensians had put all the effort in there.
Well, just looking back, I mean, Guy took the ball outside his 22, went back into his 22, recognised he couldn't kick it out on the full, kicked the ball, chased, made the tackle, and he's been let down there, really. Need a bit more discipline, Hullensians, if they want to keep hold of the ball. Just under our feet now. It's another Bridlington ball. The lineouts have had quite a few lineouts here. Hullensians, Matty Faulkner again. See if he can hit his man. Jimmy Thompson looks good. He's going to come to the front. Yes, Jimmy Thompson takes it, gathers well. Say Coughlin's is legal. Coughlin does well there. He's legal. He has to release it now. Fair enough. He's left it.
Good angle.
That's not bad.
Oh.
You know, that was Ryan Gherkin. The Gherkin family's a turnover, though. Oh, how'd I hold on to it there, Ian, to be fair?
It's
not a bad kick,
He's got away with that, just got away with it.
They had a 4-on-1, though, Ian. You know, in this weather, would you like to run it, take the defender on and just slip somebody into a hole?
I think if he'd have seen what was in front of him, he may have moved the ball, but he got away with that kick there.
That's the problem, though. If people are programmed into doing what they're being coached to do, have a look and see what's out, see what's up there. You know, if there's only one defender, you got 4 with you, take them on.
Breadline out.
He's done again. Ooh.
Well gathered.
So the crowd are giving a bit of verbals across there. I wonder what's going on. Something happened. You can hear them.
I think the Hullensians second row had him by the shoulder. Bridlington weren't happy about that.
If you're up in the air, if you're taking the ball, you just have to leave him alone. You can't wrap your arms around him. He was lucky to really get away with that. I thought it might be a penalty. Well taken again off the top. Oh, just couldn't hold on to it. Coughlin just couldn't hold on to it there. That's disappointing. Great ball off the top. Just took his eye off the ball. I think he was looking at who he was going to run at, I suspect.
Yeah, good attacking platform, gone to waste.
Good turnout today, though, Ian.
In today's weather, Terry, very good.
It's cold up here. Otis Floyd puts the ball in for Bridlington. Young guy is Otis Floyd again. He's one of the young kids, one of the youngest players on the pitch, 18 years old. I can't remember when I was 18. Oh, he's offside. Smith has to be a bit more disciplined than that. You know, he needs to allow the ball, the scrum half, to play the ball. I mean, you could all see what was happening there. He was outside the 22. Scrum half should have given it to the 10. He would have had to have kept it in field. But unfortunately now, Hullensians given another penalty away, allowing Bridlington to kick it out on the full, which also means, with it being a penalty, they have the line out. So, bad mistake by Smith.
Discipline, Terry. It comes down to that every time.
I think Hullensians might compete for this ball, to be fair. Yes, they do. Oh, that's a knock-on. We're playing advantage. Playing advantage to Bridlington. Guy Martinson comes up for the ball. He takes it again. Excellent control, Guy. He's a smooth customer under the high ball, isn't he, Guy Martinson?
Yeah, experienced player. Everything correctly there. Turned his body in when he took the ball.
Oh, that's unlucky. Ball unplayable. So whether Guy didn't turn his body the right way, I think he probably did. Maybe Hullensians maybe.
The wind's really got up, blowing us all over the place, Terry.
Yeah, blowing my notes all over the place.
Brid puts in. Referee not happy with that.
Just retrieving my notes now, and they've blown all over the place. Otis
Nice
puts the ball
strike.
in. He picks it up. It's a strong run. It looks. Oh, they had a winger outside him. He decided to go inside. It's still on though. It's still on. He's gone through some woeful tackling there from Hullensians. Some woeful tackling. There's no way. He didn't have the right to score that try in.
It'd be an order. We'll add on with that defence there. Expect better from his outside backs there.
I think they're taking the eye off the ball there. They had a 2-on-1. The centre decided to cut in field. A couple of poor tackles. Offloaded it to his winger. Sidestepped a few woeful tackles. They need to do a little bit better than that in the defence, I'm afraid.
Well, after that great take by Guy, resulting in the scrum, the turnover, with Bridlington put in, they moved the ball well, and to be fair, he took the try well, Terry.
Indeed.
So that's 5-all. Kick to come from Bridlington.
Welsh lining the ball up to hopefully slide it through the sticks. He's missed it as well. It's always going to be difficult in this weather, isn't it? I mean, it's difficult for us to hold on to our notes, never mind trying to kick for goal, Ian.
Yeah, this wind is going to have an impact, I think, on the kickers today. Out of hand, yeah, you can see the game they can make on territory, but from the ground, it's going to be difficult. So it's 5-all.
Good take. So that's a good knock on. Good exit strategy there by Bridlington. That's what they should have done earlier on, you know. Take the ball cleanly. Very similar to Guy Martinson. Takes the ball cleanly, offloads it, kicks into touch. He's trying to take a quick line out there. That's never going to be allowed. The wind's picking up. Let's see how Verney does with his throw.
Another knock on by Hullensians.
The referee hasn't seen it. He's not signalled it anyway. Hullensians still trying to defend. Bridlington still have the ball. That's a good angle. That's a good offload. There's an overlap here. Good tackle by Guy Martinson. Again, he's having a good game. Takes the ball high. Oh, penalty again from the side. That's unlucky. He makes a big hit, Guy Martinson there, and the referee says he's not rolling away. He's interfering with the ball. Again, I can't see from here how close it was, but it looks a tough call that for Guy Martinson.
I agree. I think the rules around that ruck area, if you make the tackle and you're caught in by 3 or 4 players from either side, it's very difficult to roll away. But you must show the referee that you're making an effort. I think he couldn't move there. He was unlucky. So Brilliant to go for the posts. They're about 40 metres out, straight in front.
Everybody holds their breath. It's okay, take the lead. So, Hullensians 5, Bridlington 8.
Good kick in those conditions, Terry.
Yeah. Better get my notes out, Cassie. Well taken. Good strength. Ali Sutton taking it in there. It's turned over. Needs to recycle it here. Chris Harding in the fetal position, going to the ground. Well taken in there by Jay Burrell. Cleared out by Cockrell. Excellent work. Smith to Harding. Come on, the Redburn takes it on. Oh, poor pass, but still, Hullensians hold on to the ball. They're getting some phases here now, Ian.
Yeah, it's good retention.
Pick and go there. I'm just thinking they might not have enough in that ruck there. There's too many people waiting out for the ball. They've got it though. They're going to hit it in with Burrell. Smashes in. They need to clear this ruck. Need to get a little bit the body position a bit high. No, that looks like a penalty for me all day long. Bridlington over the top. No, he's not giving it. For me, I thought he was over the top, but who am I to say?
Well, referee's indicating held up, so it's a Bridlington ball. Head and feed.
I don't know, is it Edmund or Roberts that was over the top there, but not in the referee's eyes, which is all what matters.
I think Adam were pleased for that passage of play, though. They held the ball 3 or 4 phases.
Yeah, I know that.
They need this in this wind in particular. The first half, they need to keep the ball in hand.
Yeah, I think so. I know that Adam Atkinson, the Hull coach there, was remonstrating there. He didn't feel too happy with that decision, unfortunately. That's a good stable scrum. It's passed back in. He can't kick it out on the full. That is a good kick. Langford takes on the Yorkshire Colt. Langford.
And ball straight out on the full.
Not a good kick, but just going back to Hullensians number 11, the young Langford. Got a lot on his plate at the moment, but he's playing for Yorkshire.
Well, the young man making his way in the game, Terry. It's a tough baptism today, though, this weather. That wind is very, very strong.
Don't think the winger's going to see much ball. It's going to be forward oriented. We all know that. I think Bryn are going to win this at the front again. They do. They're going to catch and drive it on. Oh, that was poor control. That's well through. That was Bates. Well through that. Oh, for goodness sakes. Something's going to have to be done with the discipline of Hullensians. The referee's going to have. He's not happy with something. is bringing the captain over, Jason Conroy. He's having a chat with him. He's going to explain to his players that there's too many penalties, and he's actually given the Vernon the yellow card. That it's not just what he's done in that particular instance, and I think it's a culmination of consistent offsides, touching the ball on the ground, preventing the football from getting played. So that's 10 minutes without the hooker. It's going to be quite difficult.
Yeah, the rules now, the referees, they actually have to warn the teams after a succession of penalties against a particular side. Yeah. They warn the captain, and in this case, get a yellow card as well.
Is that out of the blue? Do you think it's justifiable?
Well, they've given away the last 3 penalties on the bounce.
But wouldn't you thought the referee would have a word with them first?
Yes, perhaps. But
we're not mind readers, are we? There's another line out here. I think they're putting a couple of the back row into the backs now. I think they're going to smash it in midfield, win it in the middle of the line out. They shorten the line out. Yes, they do. It's off the top. Paddy Wayne's taking it in there. He's a strong lad. Yeah. Mickey Edmonds driven down there. Oh, that's powerful there by Callum Sanders. It's a little dim through. Guy Martinson's there again. He's a reliable source, isn't he? Oh, they've got a 3-on-2 here. He'll have to straighten it. Something's good on here. Smith takes him on. He's got Langford on his outside. He's got some pace as Langford. He has to stay on his feet. He cannot get isolated. Well, it's gone against. That's the first penalty Hullensians have had for the last 10 minutes.
Well, that was good rugby, Terry. Enterprising rugby in this weather. Guy Martinson again making the ball available, spying the player with a bit of space on the left flank.
All started with Guy Martinson again coming on the counter-attack, linking with his players, with Smith. Smith offloaded to Langford. Looked quite good, that.
Well, it's enterprising rugby in this weather as well, to move the ball.
I say we're seeing a substitute coming on here for Hullensians, number 18. It says Jordan Matt. It doesn't look like Jordan Matt. I think that's Whitehouse, to be fair.
Is that a tactical sub there?
I don't think it is. Burrell's coming off. There must be something wrong with him. Yeah, you won't take him off. He's indestructible. I thought he was indestructible. Poor kid. Something's going on. Well, we know why. They have to put another front row on, don't they? Silly me. They've just had a sin bin in. The hooker goes off. They bring a back row off, don't they? But to be fair, I'd have left it until the first scrum. Having said that, we're at a scrum now. I would have made the substitution now. Wasted another 30 seconds eating into that 10-minute spell. But there again, I'm not a cheat, am I, Ian?
Never, Terry. On the balance of play, though, I think Bridlington have used the wind better, obviously.
I don't know. Do you know, Hullensians look the better side. They've consistently been ruled out, penalties against them. Now they need to sort that out. But Hullensians look quite good. I mean, Bridlington have only been on the attack once and scored once. Hullensians have been on the attack a number of times, but just at that final hurdle, they seem to have somebody holding onto the ball, laying over the ball, just giving that penalty away. They're just going to have to get used to this. Referee is right. They have to adjust to it. They just have to make sure they are more disciplined in what they do. So let's hopefully Smith might not come offside this time. They're going to clear the lines again. That's not a bad. That's not a bad. There was calls there from the Hullensian side that the ball was taken outside the 22, passed back in, and he cleared his line, but clearly not. And I don't think that was the case.
I've been impressed with Hullensian's defence this first half, Terry.
Yep, I've not been impressed with their discipline, unfortunately.
A bittersweet pill at the moment.
This is going to be interesting. So the hooker's off. They've got an inexperienced guy throwing the ball in. You know, this is where the wheels can fall off. That's a good throw, though. Off the top. That's not a bad line there.
Good flat ball.
It's a good... Rob Harding's picking a good line there. Harding, his brother, offloads to... Here he is, the international. Not much of a run up there. He's back on his feet. John Steele, ex-Scottish international, Rugby League international. Presents the ball well. Smith takes it on. Smash to Cochran. He's a strong guy. He's a local student coming to the area. So Smith hits his 10 again. He's isolated. That's good speed.
There's space out here on
Good
the right.
continuity. They have to get it right now. Hullensians have to get it right. They have to clear the ruck out here. There's a lot of people watching. They have to clear the ruck.
That was John Steele again, taking it in, staying on his feet, presenting a great ball.
Taking it back inside. Jason Conroy stays on his feet. This is the 5th phase. This is good.
It's
Osborne smashes it in again.
It's smart rugby.
So there's nobody this side. They'll have to go left, I'm afraid. There's nobody here. Murray Ellison absolutely thumped there. There's nothing on here. Stood up. You see all the forwards, all the hard work they've got behind the gain line. They're going to have to work hard. They're going to have to start all over again. Osborne smashes the ball in again. Good defence by Bridlington. There's a hole there. Yeah, they need to sort that hole out, Bridlington. It's a penalty, playing advantage. Hullensians again getting the next penalty. That's 2 in a row, Hullensians. I'm sure that Guy Martinson might have a little crack at goal here, get the 3 points, level the scores.
Good passage of play by both sides.
Yeah, we went into 5-6 phases there. Mario Ellison took it on the right-hand side. He was isolated, got absolutely thumped, managed to stay on his feet, recycle the ball. We went left. Smith took it on. Went to Chris Harding. They've got the 2 Harding brothers as well playing here today. His old man, one of the coaches as well. So a bit of a family affair today.
I think both coaches will be pleased with both sides there. The defence by Bridlington and the attack by Hullensians.
Just see that Coughlan's down. That'd be a bit of a blow if Hullensians lose their big second row. He's a good lad actually, isn't he?
I think he's integral, Terry. I think they need him today.
Yeah, say 23 years old. He's 6 foot 411 kilos. You don't want someone like that going off, do you?
He's all
good.
right.
He's all right. That's all right. So you don't want to jig your whole pack. You've got your hooker off already. You need Coughlin there, just supporting the inexperienced hooker that's come on, because he doesn't play hooker week in, week out, does he?
No,
he's a prop.
There's still a player down in the pack.
Throwing in's all right. That's far better than mine when I played. That's good movement. That's good movement. They're going to try and drive it over. They need to just reform. They're doing well. They need to keep driving. It's a really good discipline there. Bringing it down. Exactly. Referee, thank you very much. Bridlington taking the opportunity to drag them down. They probably thought, we're going to sacrifice this, give a penalty away rather than the 5 points. They're going to have to be careful though. If they do a couple of times, Ian, penalty try.
Yeah, I think they'll go the same move again.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll hit Jason Conroy at the front, maybe in the middle. For me, I think you'd hit the middle. So, got the Bridlington guy trying to listen to the call. That's a bit unsportsmanlike. Never done that in my life before.
Here they go.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit untidy. That's unfortunate. A great scoring opportunity there. Just overthrew it, the hooker. Coughlin tried to grab it, knocked it back. It was a knock on anyway, so there should be some advantage. Referee's not playing it though. Having said that, he's burst through.
That's a great bit of play.
Need to get across. Oh, that's a pullback. You could be looking at a sin bin here.
Oh, without a doubt.
That was silly. That was silly.
Lack of discipline there from.
He's going to his pocket. I think he's going to put him in the bin, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
He can't argue with that, Ian. That was silly, wasn't it?
No, there was
There was no need for it really, because they had 2 people covering. Hullensians now down to 13 versus 15. It's going to be difficult now. They've, uphill struggle now.
I think Adam will be annoyed with the team's discipline, especially his captain there.
So you look to your captain to try and sort things out, to just try and calm the nerves. Understandably, his mind's wandering. His wife's in labour, but there's no excuse to be pulling players back on a 2-on-1. They had sufficient enough defence there, Ian.
I think so too. They were a long way out.
So here we go. We've got 2 forwards down now. I suspect, being a betting man, Cassie, they're going to keep it in the forwards.
Yes, I would.
Catch and drive, do you think? Yeah, all the forwards are in there. I think they'll catch and drive, suck all the back row in.
2-man advantage.
Do you know? Shocking throw. Hullensians regather. For me, they need to just slow it all down, Hullensians. He's outside the 22. He's going to have to keep it in touch. He can't kick it out on the full. Oh, that's interesting. It goes back, kicked it out on the full. Hullensians out. Referee doesn't allow them to take the quick throw. He should have done, he can do. But he's come back. The ball was passed inside the 22 to the kicker. He received it inside the 22 from outside the 22, kicked it out on the full. So that means we have to go back to either a line or a scrum.
Well, they've got a player back from the first in bin.
Okay, so they're taking the hooker off. My thoughts are that they're going to put JJ to prop and then put Vernon to hooker. No, Vernon's off down here. Oh yes, here he comes. Here he comes. I can see what Adam's doing here. He's put Vernon, who's got a bit more weight behind him, to hooker. He's played there before, and Whitehouse then will go to prop. Sensible options there, Adam. Oh, well, that went forward. That went forward. Referee's seen it. Went forward. Hullensians scrum. How are they going to manage here, Ian? They've got 6. They're going to have to put a back in, aren't they? Well, they're going to have to put the back in to control the ball when it comes out the back of the scrum.
There's good pressure by John Steele on the catcher there.
Well, it was all for nothing, really. If he missed the man they were on, he managed to take the right option, took man and ball, put him under pressure, managed to knock it on, scrum down Hullensians.
Big scrum.
So we've got Kev Bates at number 8. We've got Burrell. Actually, no, they've actually put one of the backs in. Ollie Emmanuel's in the back row. Is that a knock on? It is.
It
was. Oh, just.
That's Kevin Bates.
Kevin just trying
flanker.
to pick the ball up, trying to run with before he had the ball in his hands. You can understand why he wanted to be off quickly there, can't you? He wanted to be away because they didn't want Bridlington to be shoving them back. 8 against 6, it's always difficult.
Yeah, he's annoyed with himself. Little mistakes again. They've crept into Hullensians' play most of this first half.
I think you're going to be seeing a drive here by Brid. That's a wheel.
It's a wheel.
Oh, that's opened up for him. It's a 2-on-1. There's a score here.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm afraid so.
it's a score. Callum Sanderson there going in the corner. He had his scrum half Otis Floyd on his left hand side. He decided to go for the line himself. He went unopposed. The scrum went, it's difficult really, the scrum went more than 90 there. I'm very surprised the referee allowed it to continue on, but again the referee's sole arbiter there. I think he probably thought the ball was out, it maybe was as well.
That takes us to score 13-5, the kick to come. In favour of Bridlington.
Gareth Roberts there, eyeing it up. He needs to probably aim left so it pushes right. It's breezy though, isn't it, Ian? So Hullensians look a bit slow, shoulders are sloped. Well, he pushed it right and it went right.
Very hard to read this wind.
Well, that's disappointing for Hullensians. They're under the cosh now. They've got another 7 minutes, 6 minutes of rugby without their number 8 captain and without their hooker. Big kick there by Emmanuel. Well taken there by Jimmy Thompson.
Strong drive by Bridlington.
Smith's underneath this one. He takes it. Nice step. He's got Guy Martinson with him. He's got 4-on-1 here. He's got some pace, this guy, hasn't he? Nice floaty pass. There's 2-on-1 here. Has to go outside. He's in the finish. This is great. Well done.
Oh, try of the game.
That's good. That was great. Rob Harding on the receiving end there. Started again. Rob Harding being the benefactor there of the great work by Chris Smith, jinking away, allowing Guy Martinson to put the burners on, leave people well behind him, pops it off to the eventual try scorer.
That was good.
That was very good rugby. He saw what was in front of him. He saw the space, backed himself, linked up well, and great finish.
Thing is, though, what I'm seeing with Hullensians, they play with their heads up, don't they? They play what they see. They haven't been sterilised into playing in one specific way. They do look up and see what they see. That was broken play. It was a kick. It was a poor kick. Smith gathered, jinked the man, allowed Guy Martinson to go straight through the middle, put the afterburners on and put them in the corners. No rucks and mauls. First phase play from the kick.
I think Paul Cook.
Get the kick?
I think Paul Cook, the Bridlington coach, will be slightly annoyed after scoring so shortly before.
He's going to have to push this one right to get it pushed in left. No, it's
very difficult against the wind there.
Consistently, he's a good kicker from the Hull days when he played at Hull Rugby Union. He was the main kicker, and again, kicking in this sort of windy conditions is always going to be difficult, isn't it?
So 13-10 to Bridlington.
Well taken there by Bates. Kevin Bates, one of the older players of the side. Pass back in Smith.
Touch in flight.
Oh. He's being allowed to make too much ground, but a very loose pass there. Well, that's half time.
They are.
What's your thoughts, Ian?
Well, I think on balance of play, Adam will be happier of the coaches going in.
No?
Yeah, he's down by 3 points, but playing against a very strong wind, having scored 2 good tries themselves against Bridlington's 2 tries. But with that wind, I'd have expected Bridlington to press more and force Hullensians back into their own 25. And they haven't been able to do that. I think Hullensians' defence has been strong. Guy Martinson at the back has been outstanding.
Yeah, Guy, for me, has been the pick of the bunch. Cochrane also taking some big balls in. For me, I just think Hullensians seem to be playing with their head up. They seem to look at what's in front of them and exploit the gaps.
They did, and that's the experience that Guy brings to the Hullensian side. And outside him with John Steele.
Yeah.
They make a formidable back bearer.
So we're going to have to look through the stats. I tell you, it is a windy day today, though.
I'm sure that wind's picked up, Terry, since the beginning of the match.
Do you think, yeah, goodness me, good job we're heavy guys holding this scaffolding down. Now, do you think we're going to see anything different in the second half?
Well, I think Hullensians will use the wind. I think Adam will be in the change room talking to them now, saying, look, great first half, boys. You've battled against the wind, you've scored 2 tries. I think he'll say, look, play the ball down this half and keep the players on the pitch. He needs his full pack playing up the whole 40 minutes. You can't have players in the sin bin 2 at the same time.
No, you can't.
And expect to come out on top.
Yeah. So we're going to go to a break, and we'll come back in the second half to see how we're getting on.
I'm waiting to see the nice cup of tea, Terry. I'm in need of some warm tea.
So again, just 1 minute, Cassie, just let me know, what's the coach is saying? What's Paul Cook saying to the Bridlington guys?
Well, yes, having said what I thought about Adam's talk to his team, I think Paul will be saying, look, boys, you had the opportunity there in the first half a few times, and you took them well, but now you've got to roll your sleeves up against this wind. You have to really take the ball to Hullensians and keep the ball in hand.
But again, we're pretty sort of level as far as the packs are concerned. Well, then let's go to the break, and we'll come back to you after this break. Got nothing in our hands at all. Yeah, it's blown all over the place. I've got.
The ICF Group, your local mortgage, buy-to-let and financial advice experts. Proud supporters of local sport on Estuary TV.
Welcome back to Hullensians Rugby Club. Here we are, top of the scaffolding, freezing cold, Cassie, isn't it?
Well, you can see us, Terry, on our gantry plank. Bah, it's really blowing a gale now.
We need a warm cup of tea and a warm pie. But listen, food for thought, first half.
Well, look, to be fair, it's been a really open game. Considering the conditions, both sides have tried to move the ball when they could. They haven't been in a total forward-dominated battle at all.
No, we've got Hullensians at 10 points. The visitors, Bridlington, at 13. There's not much in it, 3 points. The amount of penalties that have been given away, I suspect we're going to see some more. So, nothing in it. They're not a bad side, Hullensians, are they?
Well, I think both sides have played some good rugby today. You can see why they're both vying for the top spots in the Yorkshire One League. It's going to be who wants the most second half.
Yeah, it is. I think, as far as I'm concerned, I can just see if just Hullensians manage to keep all the players on the pitch, if they manage to stop giving the silly penalties away and ball retention, they just look as though they can turn the screw. But, again, 3 points in it. Bridlington, against the odds, are up 3 points. Again, it's critical that Hullensians keep everybody on the pitch.
I think so. I think you're absolutely right. Again, we talk about rugby and discipline.
Yeah, the discipline's so important. I mean, you cannot go into a game of this nature without...
The ICF Group, your local mortgage, buy-to-let and financial advice experts. Proud supporters of local sport on Estuary TV.
Solar PV from the East Riding's local supplier. Visit eastridingenergy.com for more details on government grants or call us on 01482 210089.
Life is simpler when you put your property affairs in our hands. We offer a full range of services covering new build, refurbishment and property management. Our estates and valuation team are one of the largest in East Yorkshire, trusted and experienced in the valuation of public and private sector property assets. To find out more or to view our latest properties for sale or to let, visit nps.co.uk.
Product Natural, manufacturers of quality biodiesel and exhaust emission fluid. Find us on Blythe Street, Witham, Hull.
The ICF Group, your local mortgage, buy-to-let and financial advice experts. Proud supporters of local sport on Estuary TV.
We haven't got any warmer, have we, Ian?
We certainly haven't. The boys are back out on the pitch. I think they've had a nice little cup of tea, I'm sure, themselves.
I tell you what, I bet Di Isaac in Dubai is very warm. Sat there watching this game, the Welsh guy. Okay, they're quite good. They're not half a bad team, the Welsh guys.
They're not half bad, mate. They're all bad.
Exactly. Anyway, back to the game. We've got 3 points in it. We've got Bridlington with the ball, going to be kicking off. Adam Atkinson just taking his position in the stand. I bet he's had a few things to say to them. That was well gathered by Coughlin. Bearing in mind that still 2 forwards down. The wind's starting to pick up. The rain's lashing down. So they're going to be seeing some handling errors.
This really is weather for...
Oh, that's a good hit. That's JJ Burrell there. He puts some big hits in, doesn't he?
I was going to say, so this really is weather for ducks, but not rugby, but they're making a good effort.
Oh, needs to put them down. Vernon takes them in. That's a good tackle. Vernon, the hooker, taking him into touch. Seems to have injured himself there. Gathers the ball. He's probably thinking, where's it going? Praying it's not to the back of the line out.
Changes at half time, sees Pumba come on, the big prop from Africa.
He is a big
for
lad.
Bridlington.
He is a big lad. I think we're going to see some difference in the scrum. He's good with the ball in hand as well.
You can see Paul Cook's intent second half.
Coughlin takes it off the top. Smith hits his 10. Sick. Taking it in there, Emmanuel. Good speed. Coughlin drives it on again. He's on his own though. Good recycling ball. Emmanuel. Oh no, that's JJ Burrows. Both got scrum caps on. Both look very similar. Harding drives it on. Josh Langford is going to go the long way around, but he's got the pace. Oh, he's isolated himself. He's back up though. He's all right. He's allowed to play the ball. He wasn't held. That's not a bad kick actually. He certainly went the long way around. He made it difficult for himself. But anyway, we're back to 7 versus 8. We've got the captain coming back on now. Are we back to a full complement?
Full complement now.
Is it full complement? What do I know? So, no more indiscretions for the captain.
Was that straight, Terry?
Well taken. It was in my book. And Engines guys are going to be driving the ball, keeping it tight. They've done once. The referee's saying that they have to use it now. They're using it. Oh, Harding's going to have to make a bit more of an effort than that. He can't just stand him up and let him run around. Well, his brother does a better job. That's a nice inside ball to Paddy. He's going to have to stand it up. He's going to have to stand it up. They're going to have to clear out Bridlington. They do. They've got a 2-on-1 on this side. Here. Oh, he cuts back. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just too many bodies around. Oh, was a knock on. I can hear Adam Atkinson shouting knock on. He doesn't need any communication gadgets, does he? He just says what he says.
Yeah, you can see the intent of Bridlington keeping the ball in hand. Not willing to kick this ball.
Just looking at the penalties conceded, there's quite a number of penalties conceded there by Hullensians in the first half.
Yeah, that discipline needs to improve this second half, without a doubt.
First things first, they need to get outside the 22. They can't be scoring tries. Good pick up by Conroy. You see the missed him when he was off for his 8-10 minutes. It's a long kick. It's gone straight down the throat of the left wing, but he's knocked it on. Apparently not. Apparently not. Oh, come on, Hullensians. They need to be a bit tighter in defence there. It's taking it to touch. There's some aggressive tackling now. Create the rucks. It's a nice clean ball. It's just passed behind it. The wind is giving them all sorts of problems down here, isn't it?
Referee said that went backwards again.
Well, some errors coming into the game now, isn't the ball's getting thrown about all over the place. I mean, he's seen, the referee's seen that as a knock-on.
Well, both sides are trying to play rugby.
They are, but sometimes sense has to prevail, Ian, and you need to play percentage rugby. If you want to win league games like this, you know, if you want the chance of playing at higher level, you can't risk your arm in your own 22, surely not.
No, I agree. Calm head. That's what's needed at the moment.
Looking at my stats man's just told me there was 7 penalties to Bridlington and 5 to Hullensians first half.
But those 7 penalties, Terry, resulted in 2 yellow cards.
Indeed, yeah, indeed. You can't play
20 minutes
you can't
out of
play
40.
With 2 men down. No, you're absolutely right, Ian. So Harding, Chris Smith puts it in. He's going to find his 8. Smith loops round, kicks it out on the full. That's a waste, really. That is a waste. You can see the forwards getting frustrated with that now. You've been a forward yourself, Ian. You're working your heart out in the scrum. You stand up and you just find yourself 5 yards further back.
I think as a front row forward, second rows, you work so hard, and to get up and go backwards, it's frustrating. You need to be going forwards.
See, the cold weather seems to put a damp blanket on proceedings at the moment. Let's hope it clears up.
The referee's missed a few of those knock-on calls. Was
I
that a
don't know,
knock-on,
that
Terry?
no, it went sideways. I'm a referee. You should look after the referee at all times. So there's a lot of bodies down there. Something's going to happen here. Well taken in there by Jimmy Thompson. He's a big lad, Matthew Watch there, isn't he? Otis pops it to his centre. Jimmy Martin. See, I cut some good lines, and I said he'd cut some good lines. Jimmy Thompson hit a good line there again.
Good retention by
Scrum half
Bridlington.
holds on to it. His 15's coming to the line. Gareth Roberts running quite strong and straight there. Route 1 for Bridlington. I think they're reverting to type now. Bridlington have just coughed up the ball. Hullensians holding on to it. There's no advantage there from the initial knock-on from Bridlington. Scrum down, Hullensians. How cold are you getting now?
Oh, it's freezing, Terry, up in this gantry.
I don't know how the referee's feeling.
The lights are on. It's a bit darker sky over the back of the ground.
Yeah, another scrum. So we see the exit now of Pete Osborne. Had a good game in my book. He's took some big runs early on, knocked a few people off. He's a big lump, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll see how they're going now in the scrum without that presence.
Well, they've swapped him for one of the oldest players on the pitch now, Smith.
Fresh legs.
Fresh legs indeed, they need it. They need to do something. They can't just hang around in their own half, 3 points down in a game like this.
At the moment, I would say that...
just running into traffic though, aren't they? You know, if this is going to be held up, it's going to be scrum to Bridlington now. You just know he's not going to get to ground.
3 men, 4 men.
Oh, he's played it on, that's fair enough. Bridlington have got
Turnover.
the ball. Turnover ball, this is good. This... Say, Gherkin taking the ball in there. Just knocking it on.
Now ran into his own man, Terry.
Ran into his own man. Yep. Accidentally in, so therefore not a penalty. You have to learn the laws.
You can see the way Bridlington are holding on to the ball.
Yep.
And Hullensians at the moment haven't really used
I
this
just
conditions.
think the longer it goes on, Ian, the longer it goes on, the more Hullensians are going to start to panic and press that panic button. So they are going to start throwing these 50-50s. The 50-50s are going to then go to 40-60s against. Not a
You
bad
can just see
tactic.
the strength of that win there, where they're holding that ball in the air. Well taken.
See, the Bridlington guys can't just stand there in the hands in there. They have to retreat. He's offside. But Guy Martin, so let's see what he can do. He's a strong lad. He creates the ruck. Need to get a bit tighter to Helen. So this is they're on here. Opted for the kick, did Hardin. Kicked it straight down to the winger. Otis is there, the young scrum half. Otis Floyd takes it in his 22, left-footed, kicks it right over the clubhouse. That's going to eat into the time as well, Ian. You know, the longer it goes on, again, I just think that Bridlington, if they can just try and control the ball, and they seem to be doing quite well. Hullensians just not really holding on to the ball. Possession is key.
The whole side would be happier with that part of play, Terry.
Let's have a look at this line. It's against the wind. They're going to have to throw it to the front. It is slippery. It is always going to be slippery. I mean, that's great play by Derry Roberts there.
There's a big prop taking
Dumbo takes it in. He is a strong guy. Otis gets it to his wing. Jamie Martin takes it on. It's going to go dead. Oh no! Yes, it has. That was tight. That was tight. Let's come back for the line out or the scrum. You see, the good thing is they've got the wind behind them here, Ian, so they've got the option of hitting the back of the line out, just takes the back row out, hit it in midfield maybe, loop round, just exposes the blind side, gives you a bigger blind side, doesn't it?
It does. Need a solid platform here.
I think we'll still see Hullensians 8, Jason Conroy picking the ball up from Smith, putting the ball in. Chris Harding waits patiently. One against the head. Adam's not going to be happy with that, is he? You know, it's against a front row's. It's a worst thing that happen in a front row. Your head goes down, lose one against the head. You take it as a personal insult there, Cassie.
I think they've just got a bit of a squeeze in the front row there, Bridlington pack.
Again, it's all down to Pumba comes on. He's a strong guy. They've got a bit more in the way. They've put the prop to the second row.
Losing Osborne in the second row.
Bigger blind side this time, you know. We could play an England ball with the 8 coming round, but I suspect that he'll pick it up and go right. Now he does come this way. Referee's in the way.
Not happy with that.
No, referee's in the way. I don't blame the referee for getting in tight. It keeps warm. Should have brought a top whiskey up here, Cassie. So, Smith to put in again. You've got Jason Conroy waiting. And Chris Harding waiting to receive, to release his backs. What bit of indecision there. Oh, it's a nice, unlucky there, Smith. Tried to get the ball round. Not a bad idea. Again, this is what I'm saying. Hullensians now are just passing those balls, which ordinarily you'd take it to ground, recycle, ruck over. But they're just forcing these passes. And not a bad idea. The right idea was there, but I just think in these conditions you need to recycle the ball.
I do. I think they're just trying to force a bit of the play at the moment.
Scrum to
Run a bit of
Bridlington now.
pressure.
I think, you know, are they going to come blindside? So the bridge scrum half puts in terrible conditions, absolutely terrible. Sleet horizontal.
We've had it all this afternoon, haven't we? Sleet, rain, snow, sunshine.
See, the thing is that Bridlington getting the bounce of the ball. The ball went loose. The bounce bounced up into the outside centre's hands there. But it's a turnover that Bridlington have just coughed up the ball. You've got Steele taking it on. He's just trying to kick it out of his hands to create a little bit of space. It just bounced off the Brid guy. Hullensians throw, I suspect, from where I'm sat. Still 3 points in it, no score yet. Not surprising. They do. It's terrible, terrible conditions here. Floodlights have just come on.
You just think, watching the game at the moment, Terry, the team that makes the least mistakes is going to capitalise.
Yeah, and at the moment, Bridlington are not really making that many. That's a good in this way. That's a good line.
Offside there.
He is offside. He's playing a good advantage. Harding just chips through, gathers the ball. The referee comes back for the penalty. Do you go for the corner here, or do you have a crack at goal?
I'll go for the corner.
I think you're right. Harding's got it in his mind. He's going to kick for the corner. Would you really go? Would you start stealing some yards here? Go for the corner, or do you play it safe? Go 5 yards.
Good kick.
That's not bad. So they're 15, 20 yards out. JJ's old man there on the touch judge. Jim Burrell, stalwart of local rugby, been around for 150 years, I think.
He'd thank you for that.
He's still fitter than both of us put together.
I know.
So good take there by Hullensians. They're going to go and go for the drive. He's taking it there, good control at the back. They're going to have to shift it now. Here Adam getting very, very animated with his guys. They're just not producing what he wants.
Well, it's the first time I had some ball in there, 25.
It is. They're going to have to use it though now. They're going to have to use it now. They are still creeping forward. They just need to keep control of this ball. Oh, held
Lost
up.
ball.
You see, it's again, they're handing over the ball again. In a good position, great line-out ball. They're just not getting that snap on the drive. Bridlington thwarting yet another Hullensians drive attack inside the 22. It's just not Hullensians day at the moment. 3 points down, wind, sleet. So it's that cold. Our monitors have just switched off. Nothing's happening up here for us. We can see what's going on the pitch. There's a nice drive there by Hullensians. Oh, penalty against the Hullensians again. They must think the whole world's against them at the moment, Ian. Well, they've got themselves to blame, apparently.
Making their own mistakes. I think Bridlington are pleased with the effort there, the defensive effort there.
You see, it was going well in the first half. The sun was out-ish. It was reasonably cold, but not extremely cold as it is now, and the snow's coming down. Typical Hull weather, this is.
We've got a mini blizzard going on, Terry.
I'm pleased I put my thermals on. Sorry for the viewers at home who are having their sandwich thinking about me and my thermals. The knock on there by Bridlington. It's a shame, really. The first ever live coverage of Rugby Union, local derby, and unfortunately the weather has just taken precedent over everything.
Well, it's not the weather for rugby, Terry, is it? Good rugby, that is.
Let me tell you, it's not the weather for the rugby. It certainly isn't the weather to be sat up here commentating. But there again, the eyes are on the referee now. It's at times like this, you know, last 20 minutes, things start to get a bit fractious. So the referee's going to have a firm grip on this game.
The players are feeling the cold now, Terry. You can see them trying to keep themselves warm.
Poor old Langford on the wing here. He's probably 9 stone wet through. He doesn't have the beef to keep him warm like me and you do. I think he went into his own man there. Yes, he did. I can hear the Hullensians coaching, the Hullensians bench rejoice there. They've got something that's gone in their favour. Maybe they think the tide's turning. If the sleet stops, the sun might come out. Pigs might fly.
Has it stopped snowing?
I don't know, I can't feel anything at the moment. I wish I was with Di Isaac sat in Dubai at the moment. So 8 picks up, feeds his 10.
Good hit.
Oh, that. I don't know if he wrapped his arm around there, to be fair. He's offside. The ball went forward. The referee is absolutely right. The ball went forward in the tackle, and the Hullensians guy picked it up from an offside position. The laws do state that is a penalty. They can't argue with that. It's absolutely right.
Hasn't found touch.
That's surprising. That's not a bad return. It's not a bad return from Smith in these conditions. It'd have been better if it had been a left-footed kicker rather than right foot, but I think they'll settle for that. See, Smith and Harding, Floyd and Welsh, there's nothing between the half-backs, but I just think Floyd, he's a young kid, the 9, and Welsh just seem to have tipped the balance. I just think it's going in the Brits' favour at the moment. They seem to be controlling things a little bit better. That's low and hard. They were keeping it low. Bridlington coughed the ball up again. And they need to do something here. And they need to ruck the ball, need to hold on to it. There's nothing on left, so they're going to have to go right again, or keep it tight with the forwards. Yes, they do. Bates is a good, strong form of open side flanker from Hull Rugby Union. Bates, he takes it on.
Well taken in by
Burrell takes it in again. People are actually wanting to get their hands on the ball now, aren't they? There's a bit more urgency. Now Coughlin takes it on for a nice little ball by Vernon. Need to keep hold of the ball, Hullensians, if you want to get somewhere. Oh, nice miss ball. You see, there's something on here. It's touched. Oh, the look might start coming Hullensians' way. I think the winger touched it as he'd kicked over.
He did.
Yes, touch just not signalling that. think the crowd are going a bit mad. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Burrell. Thing is, he doesn't want to be blamed to be favouring his home side, so gets told by the referee that he got the decision wrong, and instantly changes his hand signals. Hullensians throw. Notice that the... Oh, come on, ref. You can't have a protractor in this weather. They're about to do. I tell you what, if I was throwing Cassie, it'd be going nowhere.
You do yourself disjustice.
I don't think I'd like to play today, would you?
Not really. Then again, I'd rather be playing than watching the weather.
A very hospitable side, Hullensians, very hospitable. So if they are listening to this in the studio, we wouldn't mind a cup of tea.
Please.
So we got Floyd putting the ball in again. Back row picks up, he's going to take some contact, feeds the centre. That's good, strong running. See, they seem to be standing on the feet, gaining some good yards.
Yeah.
Hullensians are, again, just not rolling out the way. You thought they might have learnt, Ian.
From the first half, they did that a couple of times and found one players in the bin with that
I don't know.
same penalty.
Yeah, Burrell again, just remonstrating with the referee, but right or wrong, the referee says something, he's right. Whether he's wrong, if that makes any sense.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
So we've got Bridlington. I think they're going to be chucking it to the front. They're going to be using the big New Zealand number 8, I suspect. Catch and drive. Johnson's probably going to take it. They're taking their time. They're going to walk up. Whether the referee allows this, the idea about walking up, it just allows the element of surprise. They're just going to walk up, quick throw. They shorten the line out. Very surprised at that in this weather. See, it's always difficult. You have to be really accurate. Well taken, well down. That's Luke Cochrane down. Not a care in the world for his body. Cleared out the way, left-footed by... Oh, that's a knock-on. Well followed up by the left winger, Hullensians. The regroup though, Bridlington. Taken in by the Brid guys. They need to be pretty tight here. They seem to be tight. Pumba drives it on. Good tackle by Cloughlin. Takes him sideways. They need to get him down at source, really. So there's a couple of dog legs in the Hullensians back line there. Could have exploited it. There's a knock
Loose
on.
ball.
Turnover ball. They could be on here. Straighten it. Langford just not heavy enough to take it on, but he did well. They're over the top. That's a penalty advantage to the Hullensians. Could have played advantage there a bit longer. What's going to happen here? They're going to go for the corner. Here Adam Atkinson screaming. Go for the corner. Bit of back chat with the referee. Maybe the tides are turning. Back chat from the winger. Not happy with the referee's decision. You have to be happy with the referee's decision. He's not going to change his mind. You know that, Cassie, as well as I do.
Never seen one man change his mind yet, Terry.
No, he puts in the corner, Harding. This is going to be interesting. Rangers just regrouping. I think this could be it, Ian.
This is it. It's a make-up.
I think they're going to be using Conroy. Having said that, he's going to the back of the line. Maybe they're not going to be using him. Referee's just having a quick chat. Just to make sure he gets on the telly, I suspect. Is it me, or is the referee very small, or is the two players very big? Could be it. Could be a defining moment in this game, apart from the horizontal sleet that was coming down earlier on. Now nicely taken by Cochrane. It seems a good drive. Adam Atkinson's got them really well drilled. They are driving. It looks good. It looks controlled.
That's over.
It's over. The referee says yes. Hullensians celebrate. Puts their nose in front. Adam is going to be happy with it. Adam Atkinson has been coaching these guys to do exactly that in these sort of circumstances. When it's wet, windy, it comes down to the forwards. It comes down to the very strength of the forwards to keep it tight, keep disciplined. Couldn't have gone any better than that.
Their third try of the match, 15 points, Hullensians, 13 for Brid.
Still only 2 points in it though, Ian. Still only 2 points in it. You've got Guy Martinson
Really
having a
tough
crack
kick.
at this, but if I was a betting man, he's not gonna slot it
They're
over.
up on the house on this one too, in this weather.
I tell you now, I think the Hullensians looked powerful there, didn't they?
They did, and the first real opportunity they've had this second half to mount some pressure, and they go over.
See, Hullensians are jogging back. Bridlington are regrouping, getting a stern talking to, chatting what they did wrong there. And it was a turnover ball that did it, from just inside the 22. Just that little fidget from Guy Martinson, little wobble. Strikes it well. Yes. Things are turning round. That's another 2 points, 15-10.
17.
Sorry,
13.
17-10. Looking at the scoreboard here, 17-10.
13.
You can tell never get a front row to add up. That's a low sweeping kick. Well taken by Cochrane. Knocks it on. It's always going to be slippy.
Didn't play any advantage there, Terry.
There's no advantage, no. So now the oldest player is coming on, who incidentally is a fully qualified chef. Does all the food here. Great bloke, Smithy.
30 years been at this club.
30 years. JJ comes off. Burrell, good shift, Burrell. Fresh legs needed. Fresh legs, is it 45-year-old man coming on, 46? Or is he 56? I don't know. Engine's looking strong in the scrum. Rain stopped. The sun's coming out. The score's changed. Hullensians are looking better. Things are looking up for Hullensians at the home side. Again, it's 4th versus 5th. Things will stay the same though after this game, but it allows Hullensians that opportunity to have a crack at the runner-up to get promoted. That's good stuff. Good defence by this midfield. Knocked on, but playing advantage. Not so sure whether
Good kick.
he's there in time. It's come off the Bridlington guy. It's come off the Bridlington winger. Yes, the referee's absolutely right. Well, there, referee. He's got the call absolutely right. Vernon to throw. Another catch and drive in.
I would. I think the last 10 minutes, Hullensians pack have just found their forward, go forward. With Bridlington, to be fair, have had some good possession in the second half, but they haven't done much with it.
How long we got left now?
Got a slight delay for injury.
We had 10 minutes at half time, didn't we? Still disappointed we get a cup of tea. So, Hullensians regrouping. Adam Atkinson there, just shouting a few instructions, getting aggressive with his guys. He knows what's at stake here. He knows the line out to Hullensians have been doing particularly well. They just need to keep focused. Jordan Knapp there, just readjusting his headband. He knows how important this is.
Only the last 10 minutes, Terry. Well, they put Burrell back on.
Yeah, not a bad idea. He's a good tackling guy though, isn't he? He's played every position. He's well taken there by Conroy. Coughlin comes in. Vernon just shields it off on the other side. You can see what Hullensians are trying to do. They've both broken off now though. Just not getting anywhere. Moved it once, the referee's saying they've gone once, they'll have to move it now, and they do move it. Bridlington just weren't ready for that secondary drive. Smith hits Vernon. He's on his own though. Coughlin comes to clear out. That's a good clear out by Coughlin. Come left again.
It'll dig through.
It'll dig through. Just hands over possession though, doesn't it, Ian? 17-13.
It does, but they're where they are. They've forced Bridlington back into their 22. It's a line out in this weather. If they do win it, they've got some hard yards to get back up to the halfway line at least.
Well, we've seen Hullensians trying to do it from their own 22. They haven't succeeded. The only time they've scored is inside the 22. Here we are again. It's a Bridlington throw this time, though. Some tidy.
It's pressure ball.
Young scrum half with that sort of pressure. He doesn't want that sort of ball in this sort of weather. Having said that, Hullensians are over the top again. The captain just coming over the top. He just needs to be a bit more disciplined. He doesn't need to be too worried about trying to get the ball. They're
Staying on the feet in this weather.
Let them kick their way out of trouble.
Staying on the feet in this weather is very hard.
So Hullensians throw again. I suspect that. Oh no, it's a Bridlington throw. I say it's very untidy. Not straight, scrum down. I suspect Bridge will be very disappointed with that. Hullensians opting for the scrum.
I could swear it's almost balmy weather now, too. There's sunshine now.
It's going to have to be a little bit warmer than this to warm me up. I can't feel my feet. So they've got Knapp in the centre. Young Knapp, his dad played for Yorkshire Colts back in 1985. Vince Knapp, come left. Well taken there by the left winger. Hullensians, we must move out of the way.
Hack through.
Harding takes on Vernon, the hooker, takes it into contact. JJ Burrell just tries to clear out. Smith gives it to Harding, takes it in by Cochrane. Nice drive there. There has to be more people there, and they keep recycling the ball. Back onto Conroy. Conroy takes it in.
It's tough now in the forwards, Terry.
Phase. Harding needs to hit his man, misses him.
Good tackle.
Man and ball, that's a good hit there.
And the penalty.
And rewarded with a penalty. That was a big hit by Martin. Was it Martin or was it the 10 from Bridlington? Welch. Only themselves to blame for that. I should keep it a bit tight if I was Hullensians, and now put themselves under immense pressure inside the 22. Hullensians just walking back, slow, shoulders slightly slouched. The Hullensians heads up, just walking into the line out now. They're going to keep it tight.
I think Adam would be annoyed with that last passage of play. Loose play in the corner, resulting all the ball.
It's untidy again. Having said that, bounce back into the scrum half's hands. Referee's just blown up there, went forward. Knock on. That was quite lucky, really. At the open try line.
Frustrating, in one word.
So, Hullensians to put in. They need a solid scrum here. They need to feed it. Smith, Conroy needs to control. To Harding needs to clear his line. Or do you think they might run it? Penalty there. Some indiscretion in the front row there, I think. Yep. The tight head for Bridlington just boring in a bit too much for the referee's liking. It's a bit dangerous when you bore into the hooker, just prevents him from seeing the ball and striking. So it allows Hullensians to clear their line. And also, if he makes touch, yes he does,
Good
allows
touch,
them to have the throw-in as well. Just takes that bit of pressure off them, doesn't it, Ian?
It does, and if you're the captain of Bridlington in that position, you'd be annoyed. You've worked hard to get down 35, 40 metres and give away a penalty.
Yeah, equally though, it's happened to Hullensians. At this sort of level, you're going to get those indiscretions, aren't you?
You are, and as I said before, early on, the team that makes less mistakes puts themselves in the box seat to win it.
Again, just an untidy line out. It's going to happen, you know, the hands are cold. Throw in by the hooker. It was straight, but just a knock on there by Hullensians. Conroy just knocking it on. So we've got another substitute coming on for Bridlington. Nugent, he's a big lad, isn't he?
I must say though, I've been impressed with both sides trying to play rugby in these conditions.
We'll just change their winger. Stevens has gone off, Nugent's come on. It's a big scrum by Hullensians. This is what Adam wants to see. Must be, yes, exactly. There must be a penalty coming. That's the first time we've seen. That's the first time we've seen some power from the forwards there, Ian.
Big scrum for Hullensians.
We saw it in the line out back there on the 22 10 minutes ago when they caught and drove and put them into the lead. That's the first time we've seen the scrum really go back for Bridlington. Great drive by Hullensians. Is it personnel change? Is it the mindset? Is it Bridlington just getting a bit too tired?
It could be a combination of all those three, but I think Hullensians now, if they can turn the screw, they've got this game.
Just to remind our viewers at home, 17-9. Third versus fourth in Yorkshire 1. Bradford and Bingley being at the top of the table. Hullensians only to beat Bradford and Bingley. There's the international. It's John Steele. Stays big. He's a strong lad, isn't he, for his size?
It's only 4 points.
Nobody here left. They're going to have to take it. Kick it is the call from the bench down here.
It's turned out to be
far enough. It could be 22 dropout because he got touched over the try line there.
I thought for a moment it was going to go dead there, Terry. It was,
that would have been unlucky. It would have been a scrum back for our viewers at home. The ball goes dead from a kick and it goes over the dead ball line. We go back where it was kicked for the scrum. Oh, it's quite an intelligent little kick there. Intelligent or not, Hullensians' throw just ticks the time down. Hullensians will be quite happy with that little kick.
Well, I think they are with 4 points ahead.
Surrenders possession back to Hullensians.
Referee's looking at his watch. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes, the pressure's on. It's still only one score in it, isn't it?
One try score. 4 points.
Indeed, one try score. 5 points for a score for those viewers at home. 5 points for a score, 3 for a penalty, 2 for a conversion on the try. That was well taken there by the open side. Penalty again, they must stop. Just laying over the top. It's a quick tap penalty. Hopefully they're just trying to play catch-up rugby. Steele is just shepherding his man into touch. He did a good job there, Steele, didn't he? All his experience came out. Yeah. 2 versus 1, he managed just to shepherd him into touch. The touch line is Hullensians' best defender, isn't it? So he just managed to push him into making a decision near the touch line. Got let off the hook there a bit.
I think Bridlington had a chance.
Yeah, let off the hook. So Guy Martinson there just looks freezing cold, hands down his pants, trying to warm his hands up. That's a good line out by Bridlington, taken at the front. Goes it, dropped it, picked it up, went back into the maul. Passed back in. That's a play on. You're all on side. Not the most intelligent kick that from Langford. But they cough it up again, Bridlington. Recycled there by Smith. So everyone keeps kicking at the ball. We need to hold on to the ball. I hear Adam Atkinson shouting, "What you doing?" I'll agree with him. Just hold on to the ball, Hullensians. You're a couple of minutes from victory against Bridlington, who are third. You're fourth. Just if you can keep hold of the ball, I can see victory. If they start kicking like that, Ian, anything can happen.
Percentage rugby, Terry. Hold that ball.
Again, the clock's ticking down. Smith with the ball to put in for Hullensians. You'd expect Hullensians to win this ball. Do you go for a drive and try and push for the penalty?
Yes. The last scrum dominated.
Yep. There we go. That's it. You're right, Cass. They are going for the drive. Pick up by Conroy.
Hold the ball.
Taken in by Jordan Knapp. He's a young lad, 21 years old, strong lad. Cochrane coming on the left-hand side, wait for the ball coming this way. Forwards need to get in tight, really, to just try and retain the ball. Vernon takes it on. Well done, Vernon, cleared out by the pack. Danny Maron picks it up, helped by his forwards. Again, Helens is just holding on to possession here. They know that clock's ticking. Takes it out on the floor. That could be it. Indeed, it is it. Adam Atkinson throws his arms up in the air. Hullensians victors, 17 points to 13. Home against Bridlington. Ian, were they lucky?
No, I think the second half, the last 10, 15 minutes, second half, they've played a good rugby in these conditions.
It was good rugby. I mean, 20 minutes into the second half with horizontal sleet. I was going to pack up and go home myself. Players decided to play on. It was really difficult. A lot of errors in that portion of the game. But yet, looking at the game as a whole, there was quite a lot of skill in there.
I think both sides were very proud today. They both put big effort in and they tried to play good rugby in a very difficult condition.
So how many tries did we see today, Ian?
We saw 3 from Hullensians, 2 from Bridlington.
So, festive tries. Would you say the best side won?
On balance of the second half, I do.
So me, as a rugby pundit, saying last night, having a chat about the game, talking about Hullensians and they're going to get knocked about, what do I know?
What do you know?
So, again, I think the table will probably stay as it is, with Hullensians still being 4th, Bridlington being 3rd, but it just allows them the opportunity, Hullensians, to try and steal a few more points in the remaining games. They've lost 5. Hullensians have lost 5, only lost 1 at home, but Bridlington, before they came into the game today, they lost 5. They've lost 6 now. Hullensians have to play the 2 top sides. They have to play Bradford and Bingley away. They have to play Bolton and Norton away, don't they? So it's not over until the fat lady sings, is it?
It's not. I think on the balance of today's performance, Adam will be a much happier coach.
Yes, he
with
will.
With that performance.
I think so. I mean, it's never ever going to be a back sort of game in this cold, horrible, horizontal, windy, rainy weather, is it? But it's, as far as I'm concerned, we did see some quality tries.
We did, and I think my man of the match today, I think personally, Guy Martinson from Hullensians stood out.
I think absolutely. Guy set a try up. He gathered the ball well. Unlucky on a couple of occasions to get isolated. Not his fault. I'd put that down to the forwards not getting close enough to him. Equally, Cochrane was good for Hullensians. Took the ball on, and before he went off, we got the back row of Bates, Conroy and Burrell, which did really well. But Osborne, before he came up, was a big lump driving it in.
Yeah, and I also thought the front row for Hullensians played well. I think Larry Ellison stood up the whole match as tight side.
So hopefully Jason Conroy took the right option. I think he did have an integral part to play in the game. Perhaps without him, we wouldn't have seen a victory for Hullensians. So, say they're all stood in the huddle there, Hullensians. They must be pleased with that. It's really cold. I'm sure that they're looking forward to getting a nice hot bath and a hot cup of tea. I know that I'm looking forward to having a cup of tea. And
me also.
Maybe something a bit stronger. But the first time that we've shown a live game here, Estra TV, and although the weather hasn't been fantastic, it's been quite enjoyable. Thank you very much indeed from Hullensians, and good night.